My name is Chodan, and together with Alan, I'll be leading a one-year course called The Practice of Buddhism, starting on the 17th of April. And the purpose of this course is twofold. For people who are already practicing mindfulness, it'll provide a context, a deeper context in Buddhism for your practice of mindfulness. And this enables you to have a deeper sense of where mindfulness comes from, and also gives you a sense of context and support for your practice. And research has shown that people who practice mindfulness while connected to the Buddhist context from which it comes, in particular an awareness of ethics and awareness of interdependence, the outcomes are far better. In particular, pro-social outcomes are better. And also this course will be for those who want to embark on the Buddhist path for the first time. And it's also not a requirement that people are already mindfulness practitioners. If you're new to mindfulness, that's fine. You can come join us, and this can be a beginning of your path, both with mindfulness and Buddhism. Now, in the first year, we will be looking at the original teachings of the Buddha, called the Hinayana, which is called the foundation vehicle. And during this first year of the course, we will be looking at the life of the Buddha, and in particular, what's called the middle way. So one of the key teachings of the Buddha is to find the middle way between the extreme of, on the one hand, overindulgence, and the other hand, over austerity. So it's all about finding balance and compromise to one's practice, which I think applies to a lot of things in life, finding that middle way, a way of balance. We will also be teaching the Four Noble Truths, which is the first teaching of the Buddha after he became enlightened. And essentially, this is about facing suffering in our life, not shying away from it, but seeking to look at it honestly. And when we do that, we see that some suffering is unavoidable. He called it birth, old age, sickness, and death. But some suffering is avoidable. And that's a lot to do with how we react, how we resist, how we avoid, how we ruminate. So the key point about the Four Noble Truths is recognize the unavoidable suffering and accept it, because everybody's in the same boat. But when it comes to the self-created suffering, that's where we have a choice. And if we choose not to feed it, it makes life go much more easily. And we'll also be looking at the four foundations of mindfulness. Mindfulness of body, mindfulness of feelings, mindfulness of thought, mental processes, and the mindfulness of underlying processes that govern our life. This is a key sutra or teaching of the Buddha called the Satipatthana Sutra. And that really gives a richer, deeper context for understanding mindfulness and how it was originally taught by the Buddha. So that can really give you greater depth to your practice. And we are doing this, we're doing the teachings in the unique experiential style of the Mindfulness Association. So not just lots of input, but there will be short teachings, there will be guided practices, there will be a chance for sharing, exploring together, so that you come to your own personal, unique understanding of how the teachings are relevant for you. I think that's key to Buddhism. It's also key to mindfulness, but it needs to be something that's living and embodied. So that's our kind of aim, to teach in a way that it becomes living and embodied for you, and it makes the difference to how you think, how you speak, how you live your life. So come join us if you want to on the 17th of April. It'll be online initially. So 1 month it'll be a teaching by me and a practice session by Alan, and we'll continue that until the end of the year, in which case there'll be a 5-day retreat. So it'll be online mostly leading up to a retreat at the end, which will be like the consummation of the year together. So look forward to seeing you if you'd like to join us.